If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, I have my co-host, Barbara, there with me. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Hi. And Vanessa Orr, the doctor, is here today. Are you there, Vanessa?
I'm here. I'm so happy to be here. This is going to be a great show.
Yeah. Hi, Vanessa.
Yes.
Great energy, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the show is just on fire, and it's just going to be a great show.
I feel it, too. I really do.
I know. I'm so excited. I can't wait for this one caller to call in. Yes.
Okay, so right. You always see – wait, hold on, Johnny. She always sees something in her preparation for the show. Yes. Yep. Well, tell us about that.
Yes.
You know that it's going to be a caller. You know that.
Yeah,
to be true.
There's someone. Yes, I'm so excited, and I can't. And it looks to be a woman, and I can't wait for her to call in. So I was just connecting with her before the show, and I'm looking forward to having her call in. And I was also working on Johnny. I was working on my friend Jonathan. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
This Johnny right here.
You heard about what I was worried about, right, Barbara?
Yes.
My mom is fine.
Yes.
It's just that, it's just one of those, it seems to be one of those age things that with all the eye and Mom went and had it checked, and now she's asking me questions like, where's your glasses, Johnny? No, there was a glare now or something, but I don't know. I didn't remember really from Atlanta, but I'm really glad she's okay. So.
Oh, yes, and all of your family members, you're so close to them and you love them so much, and I think that's so sweet and great. And all your whole family is such a tight-knit family, I've noticed.
Yeah, it's a nice family, lovely.
It really is. You are very fortunate. Okay, so then I wanted to ask Vanessa if she could give us any details at all about this, that she saw this reading today that is going to go with possibly a woman, you think?
Yeah.
Can you get us any details?
Yeah, I can. She's working through a relationship and also concerned about a job and has felt as though she has fallen backwards in her career. But I've got such fantastic news for this person that she stays the course. She makes a lot of money. And so it seems like she's, thinking that she has to go back to retraining. And I'm hoping that this person will call in so I can tell this individual to take all the courses, even though it may seem redundant, repetitive. I've been here, I've done this, but it's an open road for monetary success and career success. And then I want to talk to this person a little bit about this guy that she's got a question about. So it's an action-packed reading. I was very surprised, and I had so much fun doing it. I had so much fun doing this reading and checking on the vibrations of you, Barbara, and Jonathan in the show, as I always do. And Jonathan was kind of aligning with some worry and concern. And I told Jonathan before the show, Barbara, I said, Jonathan, you were kind of wrestling with me. You didn't really want to come with me to elevate that vibration. But, Yeah, so he finally cooperated a little bit, and then we talked before the show. But I had a question for you, Barbara.
Okay.
Were you so busy and so distracted today that you kind of didn't get to take care of yourself the way you wanted? Did something disappoint you today?
Yes, yes, because this day is not about me, but still I had to do something this morning, and I went all the way there to do it, and then I didn't bring one of the things. It's the post office. And then I didn't bring the one important package I had to mail.
Oh.
Isn't that weird? And that was disappointing.
Yeah,
Remember I was disappointed?
Yeah, I was picking up on that, and I'm like, whoa, this is not Barbara. So I worked on that. But you know what? I was shown, and test this if you will, Barbara, because I know that you are someone who muscle tests, and you weren't supposed to either send that item, but you're always so organized. You're always so prepared.
Okay, because who knows? Maybe that would have gotten lost. And this person paid a lot of money for it. It's my eBay.
It's coming.
And okay, good.
It's okay.
Well, but maybe there was more of a disappointment. I just have to think about my day. But I do remember Priscilla said, just be happy, remember?
Oh,
because
really?
there was a little disappointment that happened to me today. And I wanted to get going a lot earlier, that's for sure. That's my norm. That's my same normal thing. I can hardly get out of the house. But at least we were successful at our shopping spree because now we're done. And now we can have an awesome show. Well, thank you for giving me a couple details. So when the caller comes, we can fit the caller with the reading. I think that's fun.
Yes.
All right.
I can't wait.
Okay, are you ready for the first caller?
Yeah, I'm ready. How exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. 623, you're on the air.
Hello,
Hi.
caller. You're on with Vanessa Orr, MBA. Welcome.
Thank you. It's so nice to be on with you guys. Hello, Vanessa. Hello, Barbara. Hello, John. I'm so glad that your mother's okay. And you were 100%, right on the mark. I have a relationship question and a career question. So it was 100%.
This might be her. The one that you already saw the reading for, Vanessa. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. What's
awesome,
going on, Hope?
Hope. We're so glad that you called. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you. It's always such a pleasure, and I really appreciate it. And I'm always happy when you're on because I just feel like there's like such a connection, and I know that the energy just flows in such a positive way that I just receive it and I just go forward. So it's such a pleasure. So thank you so much.
I'm so glad you called in because you were very much on my mind last week.
Oh, really? Yeah, I found out some news last week. I'm sure Johnny will tell you about it. We're gonna, I don't know if you guys want to talk about it now.
You want me to say
it? If you want to, it's totally up to you. Yeah, it's totally up to you.
I'll go ahead and say it because I'll only say it because you said you wanted to get the story out. Hope Holland is diagnosed with having COVID, and she is. And it's been I was worried about her a few weeks ago when I was on the phone with her. She said that, I have a cough. I'm worried about it. I was like, oh, God, a cough. And we are, she says she's recovering. But, I'm just going to go ahead and say it out there because apparently she also got it in a very unusual way. She got it with surface contact. And that's very unusual. Meaning that it could have been prevented with gloves, rather
100%.
than...
Oh, really? Where do you think exactly this happened, this contact?
My boyfriend that I have a question about, he went to Denver and he went on a plane.
Okay.
And he did wear a mask, but so they didn't have anyone in between them, but they had someone next to him. But he didn't wear gloves. And I was panicking the week before that, and I'm like, I have to get a deep freeze. I need to fill up my freezer. Like my guides were like guiding me, like something was going to happen with COVID, and I thought we were just going to go in a totally different direction, and I just got prepared for it. I had no idea that I would be the one contracting it. And then all of a sudden, a couple of days later, he had a sore throat after I had a cough, and then got diagnosed with COVID. But there was no physical contact. There was only, when he came in, I touched where he touched, and it was on the refrigerator door, actually. And I said, did you wear gloves at all in Denver? And he said, no, not at all.
And of course, Denver completely
sure
shut
enough.
down. Denver's in complete
and
shut
being
down.
on the plane.
Yes. It's funny because my husband's partners were just went and came back from Denver. Yeah, and they said it was a ghost town. So let me tell you what I saw last week. And I think Jonathan and I were in discussions off and on last week, and I saw your boyfriend walking alongside you, and the two of you were very quiet. But there's an integrated companionship here. There's support and forgiveness. I do see a lot of forgiveness here.
Yes, I've never been this patient in my life.
Yeah,
and
it's a nice relationship. Hope.
It is okay, because I feel like he does have issues. Not bad. I mean, nothing he can control. He was born with them. Like Asperger's, ADHD, and he has tics. Where he picks at his head. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I picked up Scattered with him. Okay. And
he does not listen. Like, he'll tune in for about 2 minutes, and then he tunes right out. And it's like, did you hear what I was saying? And then he'll look at me, and he's very honest. And he's like, I'm horrible at communication, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. And so sometimes I do get frustrated.
Yeah. That's very interesting that you said that you're trying, because the two of you are walking your paths right next to each other. I saw this last week, and I found it terribly interesting. But I didn't pick up on any energy other than he has scattered energy. Let me see what I took notes. He does want to make this work. He does.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? You and he are walking shoulder to shoulder down this path. And I've not seen this before in a reading. I love to see a path in a reading because it tells me so much about what's ahead. So when I look ahead in this relationship, you will be continuing to walk down. It's a straight path, folks. And so there's this relationship where you speak to him and he is hear you, and then he immediately forgets. It's the scattered that I picked up. So
yes, we talked about a dog ramp. Yeah, and then it's like, well, oh yeah, I remember you mentioning it. It was like you were supposed to order it. So like, you remember me mentioning it. Yeah, so it's like,
okay,
that's those things. But I see a lot in me that I need to change. And my anxiety is 100% gone. When normally something like that would trigger, but with him, my anxiety just goes away, which is very rare for me. Like, normally I have to go into meditation, and because there's too much energy. But he's not too much energy. You would think he would be, but he's not. Yeah. It's bizarre. I can't. So I'm just confused.
There's a lot of forgiveness in this relationship.
Yeah.
There's a lot of You know, I look at a lot of relationships, and this really bowls me over, and it's teaching me something, Hope, about. And let's just tell everybody, forgiveness is so key. I mean, my whole life, and I've told people, I try to get my mind wrapped around forgiveness. If we don't forgive, it blocks us, so we don't receive. So, you know, forgiving that's a tough thing to do. But this relationship is automatic forgiveness. And the two of you, it's like, and here's the other thing. I don't see either of you really leaning on one another. I said if I use the word support, you know, you and he, you would think that that's leaning on one another, but it's not. It's a very nice relationship, and there's reward. There's reward coming. I just got confirmation on that too. I don't know what you're picking.
Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah, because I was wondering, I know that sometimes my approach with him is I feel like it needs to be a little bit harsher so he hears what I'm saying. And so his dad had passed on, and I explained from his dad's side, you had a great dad. He just saw a different reality of it because of what his reality saw. So when I explained it, and then there was a breakthrough, oh my gosh, my dad really did try his best. So it's like there's like enlightenment steps that we're both taking. So I just wanted to know, like, is this a true relationship or is just this a spiritual growth relationship?
It's a true relationship. If I ask, is it a spiritual relationship, I get a no. I have a question. Are you able to fully be yourself in this relationship?
Oh, yes. More than anything. I'm more comfortable than I have been in the past, dating in the past 4 years with him.
Okay. Then if I ask, is this a go, I get a yes.
Okay. Am I too harsh? That's what I worry about.
No,
because
yes.
Okay.
I gotta know. I was just giggling. Am I too harsh? You're so funny because I ask myself that question sometimes, because I imagine I can be a little much of a horse's patoot, but you're just trying to get a point across, It's like, please hear me. What they were showing me, my guys were showing me, was to share with you, to write down 2 things that you want to elevate in this relationship. And the one thing I don't know what you think, Hope, but maybe that his auditory skills improve so that he hears you.
Yes. Yeah, because I constantly have to say, are you listening or are you pretending to listen? And I feel like I'm repeating that, and now it's become like a habit because he was married before, but it was a very dysfunctional marriage. There was 0 love there. I mean, she cheated from a month after they got married, and he just stayed because he felt like nobody would really accept him. And he picked up a lot of bad habits. Yeah. He picked up and she was very physically abusive.
Oh my!
And he picked up a lot of bad habits of not listening. There was no communication, so he doesn't know how to have a relationship.
Listen. I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes when people don't listen anymore, it's because they they don't want to hear. That's sometimes part of hearing loss. I know that may not make sense, but he taught himself because it was very painful to hear. It looked like she was shrieking a lot.
He did because she would get in a rage and tell him off for no reason and then beat him. And I said, why did you stick around?
Gosh.
Yeah, and it was because he had no self-esteem. He said, I've never had luck with women, never in my life. They can't be around me for too long, and they abandon me. And here was someone that had a lot of problems, but she ended up leaving anyway. But this was years later. But the damage was already done, and I said, please don't bring that in our relationship. I'm not her.
I'll do some work here after the show. What's his first initial, Hope?
D, and then
D?
So it's DG. Yeah, D as in dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I'll do some work here. My guys are talking about reversal. So I'll find out more about what they're talking about. And but this is a very nice relationship. I looked at it last week, and it's an integrated, supportive relationship. It's a good friendship, and there's such love and forgiveness here. And I just learned something. And you'd think I would have talked about this kind of thing before, but forgiveness is a terrific tool, and it's just very natural in your relationship. So it's automatic. You all automatically forgive one another, which is like a reset. And I think it's like fresh. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to say, is that the word fresh kept coming up around you. So reset, fresh. But I saw fresh long before the show today, and so refreshing the relationship if you feel compelled. I don't think you'll have to because there's this integrated forgiveness. I just think that's amazing. What a lovely relationship.
And I've never felt this way. Normally I would have left because some of the things he says, even in front of his friends, that were so rude to me. But he didn't mean it. He didn't even realize it was rude. It was just, I know he didn't mean it.
Is that from the Asperger seems to pop out of their mouth. Yes, my girlfriend has a boyfriend that has that too, but she goes crazy on him when he does that, and he can't help it. Wow.
And that's what I thought. I thought, there's no way he's saying this on purpose. And so I have to tell him, that was very disrespectful, but I forgive you. So where normally I would say, you know what, goodbye. That would be it. Yeah. With him, I've given him a million chances, but I don't ever bring up stuff again. Once it's forgiven, it's gone.
Oh,
and
wow.
so there is a reset. So I've never had this much patience in my life with a man. I wouldn't.
It will continue.
So that's why I was wondering, is this a true relationship? Because sometimes I'm sent in someone's life for them to help awaken or grow or heal in a different way. Yeah. Or is it a real relationship? So I'm so glad I got the confirmation from you that it is a real relationship.
It is.
Because now I will invest more of me into it.
Okay, just a little bit. Don't do too much because what I'm going to do is do some work. So they're telling me to tell you to wait 4 days. So then you can invest more of yourself, whatever that means. But I'll do some work here because he is unaware that he's rude. He says he does it when I access his higher self. So and so there needs to be some healing. There's a lot of on the front of his auric field. There's a lot of abrasiveness. It's like you hear about people that have motorcycle accidents and they have road rash. That's what's on the front of his auric field.
Yeah, he used to, he was, and I told him, I don't allow yelling. I don't allow arguing. I can't have that in my relationship because it throws me off spiritually, and then I can't do my job. And in 2 months, we have not had an argument, even though he said things. And I'll just give you a quick example because I know there's other callers. The first time I met his friend, he was in earshot of me. You would think you would call him or talk to them later. He's like, do you like her or do you think she's dumb? Who would say that? And it was and I said, did you just call me dumb? And then he realized what he said, but he didn't realize what he was saying when he said that. And his friend just had these really wide eyes, like, oh my gosh.
I pick up the word backwards here.
Yeah.
He's very defensive.
It was just...
Listen, since you're also a spiritual healer, do you pick up anything on the front of that auric field, right in front of his face and his chest? You pick up?
It's hard for me to read him because he's all over the place.
No, that's true. You're so close to
changes.
So.
Yeah.
I'll do
and
I
just... His mind just goes, so I have to catch him at certain times to talk to him.
Yeah, he's a very busy thinker. Do I see a lot of gaming on a computer?
Yeah, oh my gosh, that drives me nuts. He says, let's watch a show together, and then all of a sudden he brings out his little laptop and he plays this fun game, but he turns the volume on. I'm like, how am I supposed to watch the show when I hear ding, 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 ding?
Yeah, that can't be a thing. That will continue. That will continue forever. It relaxes him. He says. There's
he's completely addicted to that game.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity in the frontal lobe and between his eyes, which is your third eye. There's a lot of activity there, and there's a lot of activity on the chest, which is of course the solar plexus. No, wait, I'm one thing. Yeah, that's the heart chakra. Sorry, total goof up. Sorry, everybody. But there's a lot of abrasive energy there, so I'll smooth it out and I'll clear it out.
He was a very angry person just until about a year ago, he said. He was extremely angry and had a lot of rage, and he thought he only had anxiety. Yeah.
No, he's always defending it. He says, I'm always defending myself. So.
Yeah.
But he does need,
he thought he
does need to be, yeah.
Go on. He does need to what?
He needs to be cognizant of little things. I don't know how far you'll get there, but, you know, like, for example, details, as in gloves. Like, we're like very crazy here. I'm here in Houston. I've been wearing gloves since February before any of this went down, and people were very put out with me. I've had people that were angry with me. They won't come back and do work here at my house because I was wearing a mask and, you know, glassware and, you know, gloves. But
yeah.
You have to. You've got to do that. And you were right. That is the point of contact was on the refrigerator handle. That was true. I also saw a door handle on a vehicle. So
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there was 2 days in between, and someone 2 doors down invited us over, and I said, no, I have a bad feeling. Not knowing that we already had COVID. I just had a bad feeling, don't go. And then he says,
yep.
Well, I'm going to go. And I said, are you going to wear a mask? And he said, no. And I said, that's insane. I have a horrible feeling. You can do what you want, but if you do this, you're going to end up regretting it. And he was going to expose everybody out there at his friend's house to COVID.
Wow.
And I told him, I said, you need to call this guy and explain to him how real it is. And he wasn't going to do it. And he actually finally thought about it, and he did the right thing. And said, I was going to expose you. You shouldn't be inviting people over. And I wasn't going to wear a mask, and I was already exposed, and I already had it. But I didn't know he didn't have the symptoms then. So it's things like that where the thought process is just in a different field than what I live in.
You know, it's interesting because when we're the resident psychic, for example, I'm the resident psychic here at my house, right, with my husband. It's like you're the last person they want to hear anything from. They just think, you know, that you're wrong, but you're right. It's not like you're trying to be right. It's just that you are correct. So trust and get your intuition out there. And I'm going to do the work here, Hope, for DG. And clear. You know what? He'll absolutely. His work will also perform better. Everything's going to perform better.
Oh, good.
It'll be better.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I needed to know if it was a real relationship because sometimes I get sent on these things to help heal someone, and then I have to move forward in life. And it's like
I did see that. I did see that tonight. I didn't see that last week, but you know, rescuing and being a hero, and that can happen, and that really scrabbles a relationship, especially if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, a sociopath, or psychopath. So when you get into those areas, it's like run, but I'm not picking that up here.
Oh, good. What a relief. I really feel like, okay, now I can open myself up more to this is a real relationship. This is not just like a temporary, you know, mission. I call it mission.
Not temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a temporary situation.
That means that you can just feel it a lot more and just give your heart so much that you're just knowing. And this is my perfect example here of why it's important to have psychic counseling for this reason. So you can now put your whole heart into it because you know it's in the right direction. You're going in the right path.
Yes, and it was, you know, I've been praying for a
wonderful.
real relationship for a long time. And I'm grateful. So thank you so much for bringing peace into my life, into my world, and to my relationship. And thank you just so much. But it was funny because
you guys are lucky.
I'm so grateful to Jonathan and Barbara for bringing this show here for Life, Laughter, and Happiness.
Oh,
so,
yes, it's been a true blessing to so many people. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
we're always glad to hear that. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad that
I
you
love
do
all
this, Barbara.
three of you so much. Yeah.
This might
so
be
wonderful.
this might be the one that you already you read her boyfriend last week, you said. So is this the reading that came to you, or or do
I
you
gotta
still
know.
think that it's a lady coming? Okay.
I think
Mhm.
I think there's someone still coming, but I know I was testing it as we were going through Hope's reading, Barbara. Yeah, so stay on top of me about that, please.
I find it so interesting.
I do too.
Mhm.
I do too.
All right.
So thank you, Hope, though. I'm so glad that what a great day this was for Hope, getting that all clarified with her relationship,
Yeah, I feel like
which
a
is a very
huge weight
important.
has been lifted. Yes,
And
it's
not
so
only
important
that,
because
but thank God you made it through COVID okay, and, you know, now you both went through it together. And I'm sorry that you had to get that and go through that, though, but you made it.
yeah. And that was another thing. He thought I was going to be angry because, you know, I warned him about gloves and masks. Of course, he didn't listen. And then we came down with COVID. Yeah. So he's like, are you going to leave me because of this? And I said, no, I'm not even angry at you. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I wasn't even angry because I know he doesn't mean to do these things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
that's good. See,
and
I
now
think
maybe
we
it's
are so
a
lucky
platform.
to have each other. So lucky to have each other because you have so much patience and you're very, you know, your demeanor is so gentle and you don't like yelling. He's totally come around to be a better person without the yelling, without the arguing. And I think that you bring out the best in each other, actually.
Barbara, you're spot on because any relationship he had, it was all screaming and yelling because that's all he knew how to communicate was through this verbal ugliness. I just can't have that in my life, and it's toxic to the dogs as well. And I said, I can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can't have that ever. And we have never screamed or yelled at each other. We have never got into a point where anything was ugly, which I'm so grateful. And on the 14th, it'll be 2 months. So I'm grateful that we've gone 2 months argue-free. And it's coming from a background of all arguing and screaming.
How long have you been together?
So on the 14th, it'll be 2 months.
Oh, so it's very, very new. I thought,
it's
2
very,
months
very
without screaming, but 2 months with
a
new relationship without screaming.
Yeah. But that's what he was used to. He felt better, not better, but it was like a release to scream and yell in his relationship with that's all they did was scream curse words at each other. And I said, if you ever did that to me, that would be the last thing you do to me. Yeah. And he said, I would never treat you that way. Yeah.
No, and because they were reacting off of each other. She probably was getting frustrated and, you know, snapping at him, and then he would snap back, and pretty soon it turned into a yelling fest. And that's just what he was used to, because he was always frustrating people with the things he said. But, you know, you're accepting it. And now you know it's not going to change. So you can accept it. That's just part of him.
Yes. And I told him to please tell people, because people get mad at him, explain who you are. And then people will have more patience that way. And he's come a long way of accepting it. Before he went in denial about everything. So everything's just been really eye-opening.
People have polarized him about his demeanor, you know.
Yes, people won't have him at his house or at their house because he just says very inappropriate things without even thinking about it. Yeah. So, well, thank you so very much.
I think that could be entertaining. Depends on how you look at it. Well, thank you, Hope. And it sounds like Johnny has another caller. They're probably anxiously waiting. But we always love hearing from you and helping you as well.
Thank you,
All right. We'll talk to you soon, Hope.
160. Are you there?
Hi, caller. You're on with Vanessa Orr, MBA. Welcome to Life, Laughter, Happiness.
Hi. This is Amla.
Hi, Amla.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. So, I actually have a two-part question, but Jonathan and I have been actually working together. He really helped me. I wrote a book last year in October. It came out, and in March, right before the shutdown, I sent it to the Ellen show. And then here it is 4 months later. And I actually, Jonathan, with Jonathan's great help, he helped me do a video. And I sent it today. And so I'm wondering, what do you feel for that, in me going on the show?
Oh, on the show. Well, a producer had it. I saw before you told me that you had put together the video, which was brilliant, is that a producer has your whatever it was you sent about your book. But did you send the book itself?
Yeah, the book is out. The book, it's called I, like the body part, I with the view. And I sent it to Ellen, my autographed copy to her in March of this year.
Okay. A producer has it. It's a woman. And and so she has it. And you are right. You know, everything went kind of off kilter a little bit. And but this is a good producer. Okay. So she has the book, and her plate filled up. I mean, she's showing me the depth and width of the work that she says I'm just like buried, and but she's very resourceful and very smart. So the book is in and you sent the video, and it went to someone else, Marla. The video went to someone else. But see, you're doing all the right. We only get like this, nondescript. So you did all the right things. And so I tell you what, I close my office tomorrow. I'm doing a lot of other things tomorrow. So I'm going to network you with eyes. Eyes are very important here. I think I remember speaking to you before. I do remember. And so eyes come up. Yes, eyes come up in this reading very heavily. And forgive me. Will you forgive me if I get this wrong? Are you the one that's legally blind?
Yes, that's right. You're right on. That's what the book is about. Yep.
There's a lot of help coming to me right now, and there are a lot of volunteering forces coming to me right now to help. I got a question. Barbara will either, confirm or deny what I'm picking up. Okay. There is someone that came to me while Hope was on and before you got on. So this was someone from the other side, and I'm just wondering who this is. So I probably will ask you and anyone else if you don't know who it is. Did you have a friend or someone that you knew that had glasses and is on the other side, so deceased, and favors white shirts with orange sweaters?
Okay. Not somebody with glasses. No, I don't know that person.
The guy.
I can't think of that person.
Well, I know this is kind of weird, but this is why I do this stuff as a psychic and physical medium. Is that someone came here during the last reading, and so I wanted to know if that was because why I'm saying that is this is why is that we need to connect you with someone on the other side. Who's gone ahead of you, so that we can connect your video and your book. Now I'm going to tell you, will you be on Ellen this year? I get a no. Will you be interviewed? Okay. I get a yes. So what? Because I think when you first mentioned it, Amala, I picked up studio, in studio with Ellen.
Okay.
And I'm not. That will not happen, but an interview will. So it's an interview with someone off staff will speak with you. So what do they call it? What do we call that? I think Jonathan uses Blue Jeans. We know about Zoom. We know about Google.
It's really like a conference thing. So I'm only going to have that, and then she'll discuss, and then you don't know anything further than that after this contact. Is that
Are
right?
you? So you're asking me. I think what you're asking me is project management as in time. When, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
September came up.
Okay, so
September
September,
came up.
and then I really am calling out on my Archangel Michael. And you said somebody from the other side. My mom's sister has passed, and she's done so much on the other side for me. She's in the last. I'm not kidding you. What is it? July 13th. I'm not kidding you. In the last 10 days, I don't know how many opportunities have come for me. It's out of the blue, totally out of nowhere, including Jonathan, like reaching out to me. I mean, he's a blessing. I mean, I don't know how many times I've thanked Jonathan. He's amazing.
I remember.
He is. He's just amazing.
Sorry to interrupt. I remember when you said about the Ellen show, I thought of Johnny because he wants to get on Ellen and he would know all of that. I heard him perk up on that last show that you called.
Yes, I did.
And then he did do it. Oh, that's awesome, Johnny.
I called after the
awesome.
show. Remember it? Yeah. I said
we did a great job. We took the last 2 days. Like, it was just a miracle. And, like, even the video, it was spot on. Everything that I wanted just came out. And I know my angels are with me. That's what I'm saying, all of you, Vanessa, Barbara, Jonathan, I'm telling you, I just have this huge, it's my time. And I know I'm going to meet her. I even dreamed of her in my dream in June. I was on her show. Like, intuitively, I was on this Ellen. I met her. I saw her beautiful blue eyes. It was like, I have no sight, but the insight, the intuition is totally kicking in. It's crazy good. I can't even tell you.
You were, what you did was met with her on astral plane.
Oh, wow.
That's on the other side.
My aunt, it's Mossy. I call her Mossy.
Okay. I'll talk to her. So you met with Ellen on astral plane. Got a question.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a dream that was more than a dream? It was almost like very real.
It was so real, exactly. And then I don't know why we were discussing Home Alone 5, which I don't even think there's a Home Alone 4. But I don't even know. It was, for whatever reason, it was Home Alone 5. I don't know what it's about. But yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Well,
it was. I mean, it was. I could have touched her. Like, in the dream, I could have totally, touch her right there.
That's what we call a visitation.
Incredible. And it was her set. It was her set on the show. It was. I don't know. It's just, I am so connected with her. She's with astrology. She's an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius rising. We're big thinkers. We see things like farther than most people can see, where the intellect is absolutely beyond the galaxy. Our intellect, Aquarius, is crazy. Obama was Aquarius rising as well. The intellect of an
by
Aquarius.
The way, there was there's not a Home Alone 5, but there's a Home Alone the Holiday Heist, and so it's sort of considered to be Home Alone 5.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
Oh, and Amala, that's probably why you're not going to go on the show this year, because she's been doing her show in her own living room. I watched Ellen. I love her. And so if your dream was real, then Vanessa, wouldn't that mean that she would be on the show when there is a live studio audience?
Yes. Well, so that means 2021. I mean, I don't blame. It's already the middle of July. It's just a matter of contact. Now, what I'm thinking intuitively, I sent her the book, I wrote her the letter, and I sent her the video. That is all. Yeah. I'm not pushing it. You can't push anything. You just got to let the angels and God do its thing. I'm not doing anything now. I'm just like, sit back, surrender. That's my attitude.
Well, really. I think that's a proper approach. I was speaking with a client who had taught 7 years a Course of Miracles. I don't know if you're familiar with the Course of Miracles. Yeah. And she said to me, she says, the one thing you come away with, especially after teaching it for 7 years, she said, is that you don't have to do anything. And I was thinking about what she said today. This client is very well-to-do. She owned a chain of restaurants that you know about. And I thought about this, and I thought, that's a miracle, right? So you don't have to do anything. The miracle's there. So call in your miracle.
That's what it is. I mean, I can't explain the last 10 days. Same thing. They're little miracles in action. Like, Jonathan is my miracle. I mean, I would have never expected him to even reach out to me. I'm serious.
That's so great.
I know. He knows all about Ellen. That's so
It's
crazy.
amazing. I'm the real deal. Look at my website. It's umlaspeaks with an s.com.
Okay.
Everything about me is just genuine. I see through everything, and I think there's my gift. Literally not seeing. I see through everybody's baloney, and people are intimidated by it. But you know what? What I say, it's not my problem. I'm still going to shine anyway. I deserve this. I'm a diamond. I'm a diamond, and a diamond only becomes a diamond in the coal mines. Can't become a diamond without being in the coal mines, and I've been through that. It's my time to shine. I'm still going to shine. The sun doesn't choose where to shine. It shines on everybody and everything and everyone. There you go.
That's very well said, Amala.
I mean, it's just yes, go ahead, please. Yes.
I was testing if you had known Ellen in another lifetime, and I keep getting a yes on that.
Oh, really? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I'm drawn to her. I don't send my books. She's the only one I really want to see and meet. I don't just send my book to anybody. That's just not being authentic. I don't want to meet everybody. I want to meet people who I really
funny. My comparison is that Oprah is today. I mean, Ellen is today what Oprah was about 12 years ago. I mean, it's kind of like there's a certain sort of like the difference. I think the difference between Ellen though and Oprah though is the reason is that not putting down Oprah, but Oprah when she rose to fame, she kept rising, and then just like the star never stopped rising. With Ellen, the star was rising, and then she took a fall. And we all remember when that happened. And then but she got back up. And then, like, for example, this is the thing that's really great. I'm really proud about her with all this, is that there was a time when she first came out, right before the show, they said parental discretion is advised because it was talking about her coming out as a lesbian. Now, she has children on her show. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like it went from parental discretion is advised to her interviewing kids, and that's really what I think is a really great thing because nobody really says that with Ellen anymore. It's just Ellen,
Yes, absolutely. Can I ask you, Vanessa, one quick intuitive question? This is from my friend Sarah. Her and I. It's an interesting dynamic. It's my intuition on target. I guess I just need validation. It feels like she's a Cancer as far as her water, that's her astrology. And she's literally like water. I don't know what I'm going to get with her. It's like, is she genuine with me, or is it just like she wants to talk to me when she's in the mood?
Okay, so does she genuinely want to talk with you? I get a yes. Does she genuinely want to talk with you when she's in the mood? I get a yes. Does she always enjoy your company? I get a yes. Does she find you interesting? I get a yes.
Yes. Okay.
I think I'm missing a question. She thinks you're smart. She learns a lot from you.
The thing is, here's the thing, though. Like, it's a give and take. And, like, it was her birthday last Thursday. And a long story short, which is very short, I want to hang out with her. And it's like, no. I mean, I can't force somebody to hang out with me, but it was her birthday, and I want to acknowledge it. And it just feels
it had nothing. No, it had nothing to do with you. She's very depressed about this. I keep saying, does she have a brother? Does she have a brother that she's? There's
she has
male.
a brother that I used to date. Yeah, I know. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. They're like brother and sister, and we just ended it, and it's been so long with him as well, and I've talked to him about on the show once or whatever it was, or twice, and it's totally done. It's funny that you said, does she have a brother? They're both alike in that way. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So just know, I just heard, don't take it personally, but yeah, and that was a good thing, because he keeps talking. This makes sense to you. If, for one thing, you're not interested in getting back with him, but he's interested in getting back with you.
Are you kidding me? The way he acted with me, I don't even know why. He was a total dumbhead with me, and he knows it.
Yeah.
He was just a brat. It's interesting. So whatever with that.
This is where you. Mm-hmm. This is where your sense and sensibility comes in. I wonder if you're the woman that I saw ahead. I was telling Barbara and Jonathan, and then a little bit at the top of the show about a reading I did, and I'm wondering if Amala, if you're not who I saw. Let me look at my notes. I've got a question for you.
Yes.
You've been you're a hard worker, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me just do the reading backwards. The outcome is money, and so if I think one other time you and I were on the phone, and it was a fleeting thought, but you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and it's a little annoying. But just know that it all pays off. So stay your course. And so, and if you feel compelled to send your video and your book out to other sources, I'm getting a yes to do that. But you are coming into money as you stay this course, by the way. Okay?
Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean,
it really
means the world to me.
What?
Go ahead.
What? I'm sorry. What did you say?
Oh, no, it means the world to me. That's all I said. It means the world to me that you just said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This because there's money coming, and it has to do with the book. And they just showed me it's being pried open, as in that once it's kind of like when you pry open an oyster and there's the pearl. I'm not very good at analogies, but I think that's probably one of my better ones. So you've got a lot of money that is coming. And by the way, and I know you will, use the money and the fame. Oh, that was interesting. And the propagation of the book in a conservative platform. In other words, be conservative as you get rewards, as you get money, as you get. Well, there goes fame.
You know
again.
what? That's interesting to me, because I can't, and it's in my website. One of my quotes: I can't teach and empower people to be their authentic self if I'm not authentic myself, and that always streams through with me. Money, no money, it doesn't matter for me. My purpose has been served by helping others, and it's in my book. And I think what's so interesting is about it when I first came out in October. Just to put it to a nutshell words a little bit, is that people, I heard crickets after like a month, and people told me they've finished my book in a day. Like, it's a 200-page book. They're 20 stories. They finish it in a day. The point is that I'm like, why am I not hearing anything? And then I actually was like, I went into my own little meditation, and you know what it is? I think because I'm serious. I speak from my heart. I share from my heart. And I wish people can just reach into my heart and just feel the love that I have for myself and for others. That said, I think why I was hearing crickets, people don't want to believe purity. I'm pure. I'm authentic. I call a spade. It's not a victim book. It's a help book for people to be like, you're not alone facing loss. You're not alone when you're facing ignorance. You're not alone when you feel isolated. And through reading these stories, I'm helping people. And I think sometimes people just don't want to believe it. It's like, oh, I don't understand. I could feel it from them, the empath in me. And just like, there's nothing I could say or do to say, please believe this. But in a way, it's like, it's so rich, it's so pure, it's authentic. 3 words that keep on coming up for me, that people don't want to believe it. And you know what? I know somebody's going to pick up this book and be like, this needs to be shared with the world. I don't have that now. I know that. People want to hide it. People don't want the truth. They don't.
I don't know why you're saying that. You need to stop saying that.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Don't say that anymore.
Okay, I won't.
Okay.
I
One last thing,
won't.
I'll let you go because we have callers that are stacked up. One last question. Do you have any teeth issues?
Teeth issues? No,
Yeah,
I go to the dentist.
Okay.
I go to the dentist every 6 months. What's going on?
Okay. Nope. Okay. Well, you said it's not you, so that's fine. But
okay.
All right.
Your book,
God bless
Amala,
you. I'm
you.
sorry. I had to say what I had to say. Thank you so much, all of you. Jonathan, I'll be in touch. You're amazing. Barbara,
Okay.
Vanessa, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was really cool. That's amazing. I love watching people grow and become successful. Yeah.
And I love her voice.
Awesome.
I love her voice.
I know. Yeah, she's passionate.
I saw her picture.
Wow,
she looks like Susie from The Office.
Thank you.
Okay,
right.
I'm going to go to her website too.
Yeah, I
Go
got
ahead.
it down.
269 is next.
Hi, caller. It's your turn with Vanessa Orr, MBA. Welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm good.
I know who this is. Sandy.
You do? Yes. How are you guys?
Yep. Great.
Good.
What's going on?
Very happy.
What do you have for Vanessa today? And another person who's made it through COVID-19.
Yep, that's right.
I did. I was just offered a new position.
Oh.
So
Wow. Awesome.
Not at the clinic anymore.
I'm on the fence. I don't want to leave my coworkers, but I have to follow my heart.
Oh.
And I hope
Sandy,
I'm doing the right thing because I'm torn.
Yeah, I got a yes on that. Was this more money?
Really? Yes.
Yes to this. So go, because if you stay at this job at the clinic, you'll be you make friends everywhere. So it's like you'll be carrying everybody. I keep seeing 3 people at this office, and they're very nice people, and they're always going to be your good friends. So that's don't worry about that. But this is more money, and is this for a gentleman that you're going to be working for? A gentleman?
Yes. And you nailed the 3 people. Yes.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk to you, Sandy. So go forward, and it's. They just said the word prosperous with me. So the guys are telling me it's prosperous. So what you're making now, you'll be making more. It looks like 6 months.
Okay, and yeah, you nailed it. They sent me out for a 2-day trial to get this clinic up and running. So it would be mine. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're going to be working hard, and the reward is there, and you're making X amount of dollars now, but Sandy, you'll be making more in. Actually, they're telling me 4 to 6 months, because I'm hearing. This is what they're going to say. There's a woman that's kind of around this guy. We don't. I need to identify her just yet, but you will amaze them. Also, as we've said in previous readings, Life, Laughter, and Happiness, Sandy, we go to where you are. For one thing, it's your vibration. It's very high. Even when terrible things happen to you, you're like that person that I get to see. You're, casting the stones off of you. It's like things get you down, but you are that wellspring of vibration that, you're hard. You're difficult to push down. I like that. I love that. And yes, and so, and you're a hard worker, and you're very smart. And again, the vibration, it's where you go that we follow. So this is where clients and new clients will follow. We love coming in to see you. This is why we go there. So they feel I'm saying they because I keep seeing this guy and then I keep seeing this woman. I don't know if we can identify her yet, but they're like feeling very lucky that you're on board.
Yeah, she kept sending me emails to hurry up and sign the bid. Hurry up, sign the bid. So
really?
I finally signed it today. Yes, I finally signed it today. So the job is mine. Yeah,
Well, congratulations.
I kicked it around. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Well, your guy
I hate
said
to
to
leave
me.
where I'm at. Huh?
You what? What did you say?
I just don't. I don't want to leave where I'm at. I love everybody there, and everybody loves me.
Well, you see what?
You know.
Well, I know. Well, we love it when you call in. So that's the chords. Okay. Let me tell you about chords. And I'm looking at these chords, and these are white chords and silver chords. And these are very special chords because they're chords of love. Okay, fairness. I heard the word equality. Support would probably be in there too. So this is like family to you. I mean, we're all sad that you're going. We are. We're all sad that you're going. But this is what you're destined to do. Is it's charted. I get a yes. So it was supposed to happen. So we go forward and do it. See, wow, the word prosperous came up again. I don't know if I've said that yet, but I think I saw it in the last reading. So this is a great thing. Big return on investment is what they're showing me. Big return on investment. And also, I'm going to try to put it this as best as I can. We strike when the iron is hot, and that's what this woman behind us, this woman I can't identify. She kind of won't let me see her. So she's the one that's iron is hot. And let's be honest, healthcare is really a marketplace that is growing exponentially with the most interesting facets to it. So striking when the iron is hot, and you're coming in as a very important, and I heard the word integral part.
Okay. Can I ask one question?
Sure.
This may seem odd, but my last couple of relationships, I just seem to be running into a block wall. I'm not a priority to anybody, so I'm like on the back burner, and I don't want to date.
Oh.
Because I'm not a priority to anybody.
That's not right. Well, can I say something about that? That's you. I know. Wasn't that mean that I said that? Because you don't make yourself a priority to any of us. I mean, Barbara and Jonathan, I love it when you call in, but you don't make yourself a priority or a nuisance to anyone. It's a nuisance. You think that if you do, you're a nuisance. Now, if you think I'm wrong and you don't agree with that, you tell me right now, and I'll be fine with that. It's okay. You can tell me.
No, I mean, maybe you are right, but I just feel like I'm not a priority.
Are we talking about this guy with the white freezer?
Oh, my God, yes. How did you? Yes.
Okay.
I stopped talking to him. We're not even talking anymore.
You're not even talking to him anymore?
Not in the last few days. No, because I told him, I said, I don't feel like I'm a priority.
Yeah, you know what? This guy. So were you a priority to him? Okay, you were. Let me tell you something about him. Sometimes he or people like him, they're not really great with their words. Okay, probably how he was raised, because I keep seeing a very dominant mom, and she did all the talking for him. So he was never really much of a talker whenever I accessed him. He's a nice guy, and he liked you very well. And so you said, you know what, I'm not a priority, and he's not going to work hard. It's like it's already been labeled. How can I change Sandy's mind? I can't. And he's. If I ask, is he forlorn in missing you? I get a yes. You're important to him. Hey, listen. Some people just aren't great at demonstrating that, and then they feel if they do that someone might take liberties with them, and that's not you. He miscalculated that. So, yeah, but he did have his priorities right with you, he didn't demonstrate it. Got a question. When you said to him,
Sure.
"You're not making me important in your life," did he have a small response? A few words? I got a yes.
Yeah, he did.
What did he say, Sandy?
He just said, well, and I said, I feel like I'm not a priority. It's been going on like 6 months. You've never been to my place. Even just to come over for dinner and then go home. And then he shot me a text saying, well, I have a dog and I'm not going to drive all the way to your place and then drive to mine and let the dog out and then come back and spend time with you. That's a hell no.
What?
And then he said, "Oh, stop being a prince." And then he said, "Stop being a princess."
Oh, okay. Well, talk
Yeah.
about putting your foot in your mouth and leaving it there. Okay. Well, that was sad, but it's interesting. I'm going to say this. I know that a dog is important. Yeah, it's a lot of driving around, but that is truly not making you a priority. But it's so funny because he did like you. So if he comes back, here's what I'm shown. If I make a statement, can Sandy take him back? I get a no. So, Sandy, I tell you what. I love it when you call into the show. I'm going to clear a big prairie around you so that the right guys can find you. But I'm going to say something. You're going to be very busy, with this new role. In September, like now through September. Okay. Sandy?
Yes.
Okay, you there, Sandy?
I'm here.
I'm going to clear space around you so that, and I'm going to call in the right guy. But I want you to do something. For one thing, you're going to be busy with this new job through mid-September easily. I want you to write. I want you to write down what you want in a guy, and I want you to put at the top that he makes me a priority.
Yes.
That I really like how you made that statement. And I hope that there's a lot of people listening. So, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to connect with what your list is. I don't need to see it. I'm going to connect with it, and I'll do work here.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel like every guy I've met in the last 4 years, I'm not a priority. It's about them. I'm not a priority.
Okay, now I'm going to. Well, you know what? Now listen to me. This is something that Jonathan and I talk about. Here it goes. I cancel the words that I say that I am not a priority. It is canceled now. To say I cancel my words now.
Okay.
Say it right now.
I cancel the word that I am not a priority to anybody.
So it's just, did you feel the emotion behind your eyes and in your throat? You are a priority. We love you here. You're a priority here. Everybody who calls here is a priority here. Everybody who listens here is a priority here. Everybody's a priority to you and a priority to me. It's like we need to have how you keep everyone as a priority to have that shine back on you. So cancel, pink light on I am not a priority.
Okay.
All right.
But I want you to say it when you get off the phone. Cancel, pink light, I on my words. And I'll do work here. And I think Jonathan wants to go to the next caller.
Okay.
All right, Sandy.
All right. Well, yeah.
I love it when you call in.
Love you too, Sandy. Congratulations on the new job.
She did
great.
All right.
Our next
We're
one.
going to call in the right time.
Area code 208.
Hi, caller. You are on Life, Laughter, Happiness. How are you? Vanessa Orr, MBA, is ready for you.
Hey, it's Alyssa. How are you guys doing this evening?
Hey, Alyssa.
Hey. Hi.
How have you guys been
going on?
since I talked to you last?
Great. Well,
we've been all great. And yes, and I always am on the edge of my seat to hear what has progressed with you and what is his name? The love interest. Shane, right. Yeah.
Nothing so far. I've kind of been waiting because of the retrograde, which thankfully we're finally out of, but I know we're supposed to wait a couple of days before we do anything. Actually, how you think I should reach out to him to talk to him about the lyrics that I wrote?
Oh. He has an assistant that's managing incoming data. He just doesn't want to fuss with it. Did you know that part?
Yeah, that makes sense. Where he's,
Okay.
I'm sure he gets a lot of email or stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, but she finds favor with you. Does she know you? It seems like she knows you. I just got a confirmation on that. Barbara, I don't know. Did you get a confirmation on that? I love it when I ask Barbara this.
Let me see. I'm new at this, okay? I'm standing up straight. Let's see. Does she know you? Yeah, I moved forward.
Yeah, good.
Yes? Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Thank you,
does
Barbara.
she know you? Yeah, I mean, we think she does.
Yeah, it's a yes on that. I heard you can contact at will, and she finds favor with you. So she does put paper in front of him with respect. If I ask, is it the lyrics, I actually get a yes on that. Is there excitement around information that you share, Alyssa, with Shane and Shane's assistants? I do get a yes on that. They kept saying the word sweet with me.
Huh.
So
that's interesting.
You're acknowledged. Well, it's, whenever you call in, I think about you from time to time in between Monday night shows here on Lifestyle. Well, yeah. Well, that's what, that's how it works, is that, please understand, you, Alyssa, everybody, is that if you have a passing thought about someone or something, it's supposed to be on your radar. So take note of that and then ask questions around why you would have that thought. So I would have that thought about Alyssa. And, I always reflect on that. So there's a reason, you're still in my art field, Alyssa, and it always surprised me, and as I'm finally going to get to why I'm saying all this, is that I've always been so stunned over the results of what I get here about your questions. They always surprise me. And so there's two things going on. One, I'm always surprised at the answers because they're always it's almost like opening a terrific story about Cinderella and the godmother. I mean, that's how I look at it when I do your readings. And then I keep testing to make sure that I get it right. And it's amazing. It's always so right. So I just heard the word resubmit, whatever you want in the way of lyrics. Yes, there's interest. Yes, there's this assistant that likes what you send in. And there's another assistant, another person that she shares it with that comes in. So there's an affinity for whatever it is, the content on these lyrics that you're sending in. And they just find you nice because you're not, I'm hearing you're not pushy. I'm hearing you're very professional and sweet. There's that word sweet again.
So do you see me like I should write a letter to his assistant? I'm not sure how to go about this.
I got a yes on that. So I got a question. Okay. Am I looking at an email? Can you confirm or deny that for me? Is this an email address? Alyssa?
Oh, sorry.
Are you there?
I thought you were asking guides. Yeah.
Alyssa, is this an email address that you use with the content to forward?
I haven't emailed or written a letter yet.
Well, okay. How is it that you're getting the lyrics to them? How is it they know who you are?
I haven't yet. Like I said, I was waiting for retrograde Mercury to get out of retrograde. I didn't want
to exit out.
The miscommunication and all of that. So I was like, I'm going to wait a little bit, make sure that's out of the way, and then to go forward.
Let me address this really quickly for you and the listeners, because this seems conflicting and odd. When I do readings, I'm shown certain things. As I'm sitting here, I test. And so I'm getting a yes that they know you. So interesting that this is outcome. So yes, you can send the letter. You will send an attached letter and as an attachment to an email address.
Okay.
They don't want it. They don't want it through the mail. So send the attachments and you're supposed to keep it to 3 or 4 sentences or 3 or 4 paragraphs short. And does it make sense that you have a resume handy?
I don't have a resume because I haven't worked in like 4 years.
Oh, right. Okay. I guess maybe just one page of content about your background.
Okay.
Attach that. It doesn't have to be like very lofty, but education. So it's like a resume, but it's not. So you're just bullet pointing your background, your resume, and why you're sending this. Just keep it short. I always tell some clients, cut your words in half and cut them in half again. Sometimes I have clients I have to do that with. I don't necessarily have to do that with you, but it's your conveyance to them. So that plus the lyrics. Okay, now before I go on, and I know we have more callers, real quick. It sounded like I had given Alyssa, carte blanche, and I was picking up that she had met these people. And in a way she has. Psychically, she has met these. You know how you meet someone and it's like you've met them before? That's what this looks like. So just Mercury retrograde, I was talking to Jonathan about this earlier. It is on its way out. I guess you could say it's stalled out. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not direct yet. The 15th, it will be clear to send it. So you've got 2 days to put all, to cobble this all together and keep it short, and it's their attachments in an email.
Okay. Do you have any pointers on how I find that email address to send it to?
Oh, it's interesting that you asked that because, yes. Actually, you're talking to someone who's I'm remarkably good at figuring out email addresses to people in corporations. You know how they blank. For years I've been amazing at this. So what? Yeah, I know. I can't explain it to you, but researching on the internet for contact data, it will come to you. So it surprises me that we're talking kind of backward, as in the outcome. We talked about the outcome of this reading first, and then we went back in the reading to kind of felt like I had to explain it to listeners, because the way you were speaking, it rather made me sense that you had already had this data in front of you. So the data comes to you. That's the outcome of this reading. So you just there's ways to find it. I think it would be kind of off kilter if this is not part of the reading is what I'm saying. I don't want to have to sit here and explain to you how to do it, but research, find the data that you need to email. That you'll find it.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
Well, you see the outcome.
And I just have one other. Yeah, I already know what the outcome is. I just it's the getting there. That's the part where I'm kind of like, okay. It's like I see the other side of the river. It's like, how do I get there?
Right.
So one last question I have is
agent. I keep seeing an agent for him, so that's probably where you could start. But he does have an assistant that picks up his data and shares with him. Okay, what was the other thing?
I was hoping you could tell me if my doctor's talking about that she thinks I might not have fibromyalgia, sorry. She's thinking I might have MS. Do you see that I'll get diagnosed with MS?
Fibromyalgia, I get a no. If I make a statement that Alyssa has MS, I get a no.
Okay.
Do you are you in pain?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. I'll do a Reiki healing here for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you,
You guys are so great.
Thank you so much for calling in. It's always nice to hear from you.
Okay. All right.
I'm taking notes, yeah.
The next one is 336.
Hi,
Hello?
caller. Sorry, I had it on mute. Hi, caller. Welcome to Life After Happiness. It's your turn with Vanessa Orr, MBA. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Great.
Oh, good.
Who is this? I shouldn't ask
this
your
is
name. Maybe
Selena.
you don't want to. Okay. Hi. Hi there.
Hi. How are y'all doing?
Doing well.
Cool.
Great.
Well, I talked to Vanessa, it was a few weeks ago, and I was talking to her about a move and everything. And initially when I talked to her, and you may remember me, we talked about Texas or North Carolina, and you said yes on Texas and no on North Carolina. And recently, over the past week, my husband's like, well, let's just move to North Carolina because my family is there, and he just said, well, let's just go there. But my only thing is, because now that's the direction we're going, we just feel like it might be a little bit cheaper than going to Austin, just because it's where I'm from. I have more connections there. But as far as for him, or even for me, because my unemployment runs out not long after we move, is it the best for us to still go to North Carolina? Because now he's like completely open to going, and I just didn't think that was going to happen. And so I have let go of the whole thing, and he's gradually just changed his mind. So,
geez, I think if I do a reading, it's going to throw a monkey wrench in. So, breaking it down, North Carolina, I still get a no. You know what? I'm going to tell you a short story. I'm going to let my ego just kind of step in here for a minute, because you know, I wish I could be in full agreement with North Carolina, but you know, when you have family somewhere, I think that's what you're trying to do, is try to keep family around or something, so that you can network and have a job, or you know, access to. It's oftentimes not what you know; sometimes it's who you know, and so. If I ask, should you go to North Carolina, it's so weird. I still get a no. And I was just testing while you were speaking. Should you go to Texas, I get a yes. But, you know, look, this is not unusual for people to do the opposite of what, well, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes when there's an influence, and the influence would be your husband, you know, that's the deal breaker in a reading. I will say that the readings that I do help people, and I do test. I will take maps out, and I will test them. In fact, I was starting to do that for a client I did a reading for last week, and this client wants to know, should I move to South Carolina? And so what I will do is pull a map and test and tell them exactly where they will find or should move to. And have done it for attorneys. I've done it for coaches, university coaches, and people like you. And it's so crazy because I'm still getting a no on North Carolina. But I do remember the reasoning behind why you wanted to pursue North Carolina. And now we have an influence of your husband. So,
well, it's my family, too. My dad gave us a really good opportunity to come out there, and I've been away from them for 5 years. And so it actually would be better for, like, both of our families as well. But just to be transparent, I mean, shoot, my husband hasn't even collected a penny in unemployment. Mine, I'm probably not going to get another extension. And so my dad offered – my parents have never made tons and tons of money. They've just been like middle class, and they are both now retired. Well, my dad inherited money from my grandmother who passed away this year, and the first chance that he actually has money, he offers us free rent for a whole year, and which I cried because that was really touching, that like the moment that
he actually has some money. He gave us that opportunity, and so that would take so much stress off of us, like tremendous. And so he said North Carolina, definitely he could, do the rent in Texas. He said he would keep it in mind. And so for us right now, that's why I'm kind of like, well, I mean, it would make it a little bit easier to take that opportunity, take some financial stress off of us. We want to pay him back in some way, shape, or form, but he's not worried about that. It's a gift to him. It's not even a loan. And so that's why I'm just kind of like, I guess that's why I'm a little bit confused. I get what you're saying, the opportunities, there's a lot in Texas, but at the same time, like, it's expensive. In certain parts, like Austin, is getting kind of pricey, in my personal opinion. But that's where I guess I'm just confused.
Can I stop a minute? Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Hold on.
Sure.
I don't need to know all this. I appreciate you trying to put a reason behind it. You're bargaining with me, and you don't have to do that.
Sure.
You don't have to bargain with me. I think what you're doing is you're reasoning it out, and I honor that. Okay, I honor that. And I can tell you're kind of getting a little emotional, just a little bit. And can I just tell you, I understand. It's a real rodeo out there across the world, and it's put everybody in what if. So I honor anything you do. And so when you call in and you ask me, well, where should we go? This is what I keep getting, and I'm going to say this just out of defense for readings. If the energy shifts, they'll show me. But if you go to North Carolina, you will be with your family. They do want to help. You are correct about that. There are a lot of. Tesla's moving to Austin. Apple they built another campus. I mean, it's like their second headquarters there. So you've got two headquarters of, well, I think Elon Musk moved into the world's richest man today and surpassed Buffett. But, my point is that it's what you have to do, and you're looking at the project management of money and time.
Okay. If we go to North Carolina, would I or him be able to find a job soon, or would it be difficult? Like, would I be able to find something maybe by this fall?
Okay, so I got a yes on this fall. Looks like October. What do you do?
I was in HR, but I've been trying to get out of that for forever. But if I have to do that to earn some money, then I got to do what I got to do.
I don't see that you're going to be doing HR, so I think that kind of took a lot of pressure off your chest just this moment. What came up was operations management, and it looks like it's for a small company, and it looks like it's not far from where you and your husband will move into this relative's property.
Okay.
You seem like you're breathing again.
If I feel like if I get something soon and then he feels more secure, and then once we get there, like you said, it's about, I think, shifting the energy. I think he will get something too. It might take him more time, but I feel like once he has a little bit more footing, I guess security, feeling that, he'll be able to find something out there too, because I think the opportunities are out there for him there, maybe just not as much as Texas, but I mean, once we get out there, we'll see. As long as we both have something at some point,
Okay, now let me stop you again. Okay, here's
Sure.
what I want you to do. When you get off the phone with me, I want you to write down specifically, because what I'm picking up today's reading and the reading that I did a while back is that you need to write down and be specific. And I understand that we don't know what to do. It's like what a lot of people have been. And they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. But I'm going to guarantee you something. This will all fall into place where you're supposed to go when you get specific. I can tell you don't want to do HR. It like cuts off your communication right here when you talk to me. your throat chakra it gets tense when you talk about it. See something else coming. Now you have to determine what it is, but you're right. You don't want to do HR. He does too. So write down 20 things in a bullet list and say, I am, and then you say what you are. So let's say, I'm terrible at analogies, but I am an operations management assistant. I kept seeing you assisting a gentleman.
Okay.
We lived in, and write down the address if you know the address of this place that this relative wants to, and you guys need to figure that out. I mean, is it a gift? Is it pro bono from your relative? Or, does he want money? These kind of things, they can well up with a lot of malcontent between people, relatives. There's no such thing as blood is thicker than water, just so you know that. So establish that, because there's so much wishy-washy going on here. And I understand, because COVID it turned everything upside down. So,
yeah.
And I think you're feeling better about this, speaking with me about it. And I'm going to tell you something. I am adamant about writing things down. It's like I've been a writer my whole life. I can tell you when I was 9 years old, I knew I was going to be writing my whole life. I did not know it was going to be like this. So I always knew what I was going to be doing, and this is what I do, is write. And when we write it down, it comes to happen. And I think more than anybody else, you, out of all the callers tonight, and you, out of all the listeners tonight, you will write this down, and it's amazing how it works. And I mean, in your hand with a clean sheet of paper and a blue pen, you write down what it is that you want and what it is that your husband needs. And if you're going to North Carolina, say, we live in North Carolina, and if you, like I said, if you know the address, write it down.
Okay.
Because tonight and then the last time I talked to you, it was like so up in the air. I mean, I think we felt that. But tonight, you're sharing a little bit more information, and you are saying to me, you know what, Ness? Texas is not an option. So you know what? I want you to call back and let me know what happens, because when you're going to be the testament to writing it down. You're scripting what you want. You're rewriting your Akashic records. You're rewriting the Akashic records that you and your husband created before you came here to this lifetime.
Okay.
I want you to take just a minute. I want you to take control of this, because a reading didn't pan out about Texas or South or North Carolina. But, I'm still getting a yes on Texas. But I want you to do it and write down what you want. I guarantee you, when you do it, you'll have a route. You'll have an end game.
Okay.
You'll feel better, too, because you don't feel good.
Well, I may just see about finding your email, and just because because I know there's other people probably behind me in the queue or whatever, because it came another question because of what we're talking about, kind of just a clarification on that, just so I understand a little bit better. I'll just send you an email and everything. I do feel a little bit better, but just some clarification would be good. That's all.
Here's what
sure.
Go to my website, which is fullsoulreadings.com.
Okay.
And there's an article on there, and it's write it down. Something about write it down. I can't remember the title. I wrote it a long time ago. And it will tell you what to do.
Okay.
And that will be your clarification.
Okay.
You got this. Because look, you called back tonight and you said, hey, you know what? This isn't working. And I'm testing, and I'm like, well, darn it, I'm still getting the same answer. I want you to do this because it will empower you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I hear it in her voice too. Last
I do too.
call, she was different. Yes.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Barbara.
Thanks for calling in, ma'am.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
I hope you call back too. I mean, I think of people too.
Do you want to make this last call, this one next one, be the last call?
Sure. Whatever works for
Okay.
you and your callers.
What do
Okay,
you
but
wanna
I think
do?
this is perfect. Okay. Let's just play it by ear. But I wanted to take this moment because thank goodness the caller said she wanted more time. So listeners, if you need more time or you don't get through today, we had a record amount of callers waiting on the line today, which is awesome. Many people have called or contacted Vanessa through Instagram or her website, which she just said was fullsoulreadings.com, or message her on Instagram, Vomba11, VOMBA 11, and that's how you get a hold of Vanessa or MBA for your private readings, which you need.
Okay.
So thank you, and
right,
we'll see after this caller how long this takes, and then we will go from there. But yes, who's up next?
Thank you.
This call is going to be 917.
You're welcome. Hi, caller. You are lucky. You're on with Vanessa Orr, MBA. We're coming to a close, so you just made it. How are you?
Yay! Thanks so much for taking our calls this evening. And
You're welcome.
thank you for the person that provided the background interviews to get through. My question is, I've been working in this place for about a while now, and I'm wondering what's going to happen next for me.
Well, they do like you very much, but they don't tell you.
Okay.
Who's the woman that's very distracting to you, or you're concerned about what she thinks anyway? Is this a supervisor?
Distracting, maybe my kind of, not the director, but the supervisor. She's like, she's giving me a hard time in the past, and I don't see her a lot anymore, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, she comes very strong. Oh, but so let's understand. I want to tell you, she doesn't really pay much attention to you. You do to her. It's distracting. But so you're not an issue to her.
Okay.
She's looking over your head and around you at two other people, and interestingly enough, they're both women as well. So sometimes the reading is less about us and it's more about the characters around us. And this woman she would never let you know that she's intimidated, but she is intimidated. I don't know how else to put that. I don't know if she would call it that, but she's okay. And you know how some people behave? It goes like this: if they're bad enough and bossy enough and bully, more of a bully, who's going to cross their path? And she wants to retain this position. She retains this position out of fear. And
okay.
But you're not in her sight. There's other people in her sight, so you're doing a good job. I got a question for you, though. Are you happy there? Because I get a no.
Well, I don't know if there's anything really better out there. I think other places can be worse. From my experience, vague and worse. At least this provides a very good structure. I'm happy there. But the pay, the pay needs to be more, and my qualifications haven't been really addressed properly. But it's very hard to win in that hospital. It's like, it's not going to change very much. It's not going to change for a while, but it will change. And it looks like there's a gentleman that will come and change things so that we'll be better. But you're very, you do a good job, and you could teach us all a lesson about really following guidelines and rules and self-discipline when it comes to going in, being so steady, and that's what I keep picking up about you. Can I ask you? You're not, when I access you. And out of all due respect, I find no ego. I find a very,
honest individual who is very honest about work and play, and kindness to others. So, I really like you. So I wish there were more people like you. And so could you find a better position? I got to know. As in, is there a better, is this a hospital? Because did I have that much right? Okay. It's like you would be mistreated elsewhere. Why? Are you seeking to accelerate, as in a promotion? I got to know, but
I would like to get a better
you will
pay.
Someday. You will supervise someday. You do know, right?
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. I really like this place so much. I mean, it will take many years probably because, some people have been there for like.
Yeah.
Am I really going to be there for like 20 years? I can't even. But I need the structure. I've never had structure in my life.
You need the structure. Oh, well, that's interesting because you are to stay there. Okay. This is, and I'm shown that this guy that's coming, this is not for a while, but it's interesting what I'm shown, and so I'm going to take a stab in the dark later as to what I'm shown. But you stay there, you do make money. You will make more money, and any classes they offer you, just jump at all of it because they're grooming you quietly, and it's not happening yet, but it will. They're grooming you quietly for supervisory positions. You don't have your master's, right?
I do.
Oh, you do have your master's. Are you thinking about getting your, what do they call it, nurse practitioner?
No.
Oh, okay. Well.
But I do work with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess since I'm closing in on time, it's like I wasn't taking my time testing through everything I'm seeing. So stay.
Okay.
You're recognized. This guy's coming. Supervisory. I got one. Here's my stab in the dark. So it's a win. So you're in a good position. All right. Here's my stab in the dark. Why do I see babies and maternity? Is that there now?
I will not be in babies and maternity, but maybe I will be working with some more children and maternity women.
Okay. All right. Okay. I just thought that kept coming up in the reading. So, but well, as a department role, as oversee. And I just heard the word structure, was not because you said it, but organizations. So, and then there's so much shift. Yeah, there's so much shift right now, and like there's so much expansion. I will tell you, I do have nurses, RNs, and administrators and supervisors who do come to me, and it's a very busy, expansive marketplace when I access it. I mean, it's amazing. And the things that I predicted for a lot of people that are in this platform tell me that the readings are coming forward and they're true. So, for example, TV, telemed, appointments.
Yeah.
And I predicted all of that last year for a couple clients, and we knew it was there, but look, it's here. Well, it's not about me. I'm just the channel. But see, you are in the right industry. Yeah. And you're showing me that your intent on is insane. So I'll say this and then I'll close out. Anything that they send to you for certifications and or licenses and or advanced classes in addition to your master's degree, take them.
I mean, I'm taking them. I mean, they give you like education credits and stuff, and I'm taking all of it. Yeah.
Okay. So they're telling me.
Yeah, I take a lot of classes.
It's like
they don't really offer any like.
Okay. No, they will be giving it to you. You will be getting it. So training.
Oh,
training,
nice.
Training.
Maybe they will offer me different. Eventually, maybe they will, because I mean, I've gotten so many complaints since I started there. I was working in another part in the company, and then they
cancel it. Just say, I canceled the complaints.
Oh, cancel, clear. Then I started working on the weekends to get rid of the complaints. I mean, I don't know. It's more feedback.
It's not even that shouldn't even be a part of your energy field. That's surprising to me. Sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes we have to go through some mud to get to the good. Yeah. So that's where you. Yeah. That's where you were. That's all. That's behind you now. So.
Right.
I've said it a lot tonight, but I've had some, like you and other callers. It's easy to be self-deprecating. It's easy to be, chastise ourselves. But please, it's not even in your focus here to be doing that.
No, I've kind of moved on. I'm working on the weekend now. It's more quiet. It's more like no work for me. It's like much less pressure. But then now I'm like, there's going to be another clinic opening, and the director was mentioning putting me there, and I'm not sure if they're going to do that or if I'm going to stay here. I'm happy where I am right now. I think. I mean, I'm okay. It has its, I'm just wondering.
Listen to you. Yeah. Do you hear your indecisiveness? I want you to decide what you want. The thing that I am shown is that more classes. Do you know what they're doing? They're pushing a stack of books at you. I didn't want to say it. And so the stack of books are indicative to me of certifications and classes coming. And you pass winningly, as in they help you pass winningly. I keep hearing the word dedication about you.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm going to be taking classes. Maybe I'm going to be studying more.
Oh, that's what I've been saying in the readings.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to tell you this is I'm going to tell you, stop limiting yourself. I know that sounds odd to you, and you may not think you are, but we cancel. Okay. Cancel the limitations.
Really, for real, exactly. I need to expand. I want to.
I think you do too.
Yeah.
No, I know you do, and they need you. And look, you've got the master's degree, and I'd rather see another degree, like another master's degree. And you're not excited about that. You're not excited about that at all. But you will be when you find out how much money you can make.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. If it's gonna come on my path, I'm fine. There it is.
Don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
Thank you. Don't limit yourself. You're needed.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
It will all be worth it. It'll all be worth it. When you get that paycheck, that big one.
Oh, you're so right.
That education can only get you. Yes.
Oh my gosh, she's really got a great career ahead of her. I mean, a great future.
Well, that could have been. I mean, you were seeing that before, we started the show, and you were seeing that you were going to help people with career, and was it the love life? And it seems like every single person was about career and love life today.
I know it. I've got chills.
Except for one.
You said that.
Yeah,
I know.
Me too.
You said that. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you said that exactly right.
Wow.
What a great show.
Totally great show. Johnny, that probably should wrap it up because
Looks good,
it's been a long show. Okay. Wow, Vanessa.
Ready
that was
for the
amazing.
shout out?
Sure. Okay. Well, I just wanted to mention that we are excited about our TV channel on Roku, Life, Laughter, Happiness, Learn. And we have a lot of things coming, don't we, Johnny? We've been scheduling a lot of classes on that. Yes. One that is I'm excited about, Vanessa. I hope that you do come and join in when we do these.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not teaching something, I mean, that would be wonderful. I love seeing you, by the way. And Johnny and I were going on and on about your hair. You have the beautiful, thick, silky hair. Wow.
Well, thank you. It's so sweet of you. I love it.
And yes, and we have one of my close friends is one of the top interior designers, and she's also an architect, which sometimes they're not. Most of the time they're not both. She is going to come and teach an ongoing thing with how to design tips and tricks and design your place. I'm going to have her do this pad here that I have, my little beach apartment, and transform it in front of everybody's eyes. She's going to come on all the time and do this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And then maybe we'll find somebody's house to do it with if they want to invest in, buying some things. I'm ready to invest. I need curtains, and I could have gotten all of that, but I just didn't know. Now I have an expert who's going to help me, and we're going to show the world as we do it. So we're planning all of these great things, you guys. So it's so fun and amazing. And this show was amazing, and we love our podcast, and I love the radio. So it is still really it's number one. It is. So don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Yeah, it was a great show. We had a record number lining up to talk with you, Vanessa.
Oh, that's so nice.
Very high.
I mean, yes.
So that's so nice. I'm so glad.
Very high. And if we, hold on. Please go to our YouTube channel to hear this show and choose from many, many others, hundreds of shows that we've done. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and follow Vanessa Orr on Instagram. And we will see you with Vanessa next Monday. But Johnny and I will see you sooner than that, right, Johnny?
Right.
All right. We have a Playboy Playmate coming this week. Yeah, we have a good interview coming this week for our Playboy Playmate series. Yeah, one of my close Playboy Playmate friends. Yes, I love Kathy St. George.
Is the year what we got. Kathy St. George is tomorrow, and on Tuesday and on Wednesday we have the rheumatologist to talk about the coronavirus, so maybe make everybody feel a little better. And then on Thursday we have Mariah Davis, which is a Playboy Playmate, also doing this.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Both of those girls are good friends for almost 30 years, so I love it when we have them on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I've had requests from a lot of my friends because I post, things. I post your show link to this chat that I have with all the Playboy Playmates, and they're like, I want a reading. So we have a lot of those coming for you too, Vanessa.
You said Julie McCullough showed interest. Julie McCullough
they always show interest in getting their complimentary psychic reading, but as far as doing an interview and talking about themselves, some of them don't want to, but they always want a psychic reading. Everybody always wants a psychic reading. Yeah. Okay.
All right, well, it's been a great show.
You're wanted. How does that feel?
Oh, I love it. I love coming here to Life, Laughter, and Happiness. Thank you for having me. It makes my heart sing.
Good.
You're welcome. And be careful in that beautiful new Chevy Bullet that your husband just bought you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Ford Mustang Bullet, yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, God, what did I say that for? Chevy?
That's okay.
Oh, Ford Mustang Bullet.
That's
Why
all right.
Does the Chevy have a bullet, too?
We don't want to make Ford sad. So thank you.
Oh
That's
my
very
gosh,
sweet of you.
They deserve this because and I even looked that car up and I knew all about it and I had that in my mind, but they deserve it. Chevy's got the Corvette. Okay. They have the Corvette. So
that's right.
Ford has
right about
the Bullet. And
yeah,
it's a
Bullet.
It's a hot car. You should check it out. You're a lucky woman. What a great husband.
I am. I do appreciate that. And you know what? Before we go, I'll say this. I wrote it down that I had one.
That you had like you already had this great husband. How many carats your diamond was going to have, and he exceeded that. Which is like that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
When a woman says how many carats she wants, and then he gets more, that is a big rock. Awesome.
I know.
Well, you know what? I love how you were telling the callers, don't say that. They're putting the negativity into the universe. We want to talk positively about ourselves. We want to talk like we already have it. We want to know what we want. We want to act like we have it, and then it will come so much more quickly.
Yes, it's true.
Now,
it's
before we go, I'm talking to somebody. One of our callers was wondering if she could have your email address. Well, what's your email?
It's Vanessa Orr 0217
or 0217
at Gmail.
So there must be a date. 217 must be a special date.
It was. You're so smart. My gosh, nothing gets past Barbara. I just love working with Barbara and Jonathan on this show. That was the first date I had with Rich.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh.
Wow,
and
it
was
was
first
after Valentine's, right after Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Wow.
I asked him out, Barbara, and he didn't get back with me for several days, and I realized I got stood up. Yep, he did that. But I know.
Oh, no.
I know.
Did he mean to, or did he get busy?
Well, what I did was I sent him an email, and I said, "Are you breaking up with me?" And I guess he thought that was
cute.
funny. So, yeah.
And then he's like, "Okay, I'll go out with you. You're funny. I like funny." Awesome. How wonderful. That gave me chills, too.
Oh,
that gave me chills. Yeah. That's why I don't even worry about it. Yeah.
That's true. There's miracles everywhere, every day, all day long. I want everyone to know that.
Yes,
okay.
And that's why I just don't even worry about looking, because I know it will come, and I don't, it's not like I want it right now. Anyway, I love having this time for myself. So, just work on yourself and, be ready for all your blessings are going to be pouring in, everybody, now that you know how to get the blessings coming your way.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Y'all make my heart sing,
everybody.
and I look forward to next week.
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Vanessa. Have a
good night,
You're welcome. Thank you,
Jonathan.